Today we're going to take a look at my Jack Wolf collection. Now to start with, this is the Benny. The scales on this knife are fat carbon Mars Valley. I kind of picture it looking like Mars, almost looking like a lava flow. I really like these carbon fiber scales. Now this knife is a front flipper, and it's a frame lock that's very easy to disengage. You have this little relief here. You just put your thumb on there, give a gentle push, and it closes. You can also spidey flick it. This is one of the few frame locks. Well, this one technically would be a bolster lock because the scales actually cover up part of the frame lock. But with that little relief right here, you just put your thumb there, gently push to the side, and it closes very easily left-handed. Most frame locks are pretty hard to close left-handed. This started out as a clip point. I took it to my grinder and I turned it into a Tanto. The inspiration was this Chris Reeve Umdumzaan. You can see it's very similar. It starts out thin here, and the bevel gets thicker up here because it's a hollow grind. Same on this, starts out thin here and gets thicker. Exactly the same on the other side. Also, the Tanto portion is slightly curved. So I did a slight curve on this. I think you can see it. So this tip is a copy of the Chris Reeve Umdumzaan. As all of these knives are, they're S90V with a Jack Wolf engraved on this side. Triple fluted bolsters, titanium pocket clip. Just a beautiful knife. Next, let's take a look at the After Hours Jack. This is another frame lock. This one is jigged titanium pocket clip. There are no other covers like this one has a carbon fiber covers on it. So this one would be considered a frame lock. The front flipper works the same way. It's got the same recess, just as easy to close. Just a beautiful knife. And I will tell you a little something extra about this knife. I wear 511s every day, and they'll only go up to about here on the clip. They have that reinforced lip, the extra layer of fabric sewn over there to reinforce the pocket. I was watching a review by Donnie B all day on the current After Hours Jack, and that's one thing that they fixed. They made the pocket clip a little bit taller. I contacted customer support at Jack Wolf Knives, and it was Ben Belkin himself that replied to me, and he was nice enough to offer to send me a pocket clip from one of the new ones. Now, the new release, he wasn't quite sure if the pocket clip would fit the previous release of the After Hours Jack. He didn't think there were any changes that the company that manufactures them for him made. He's pretty sure that they would work, so he asked me to try it out and report back. So I'm going to do a future video, probably sometime next week when the clip comes in, of changing the clip out and showing what the difference is. The one I'm getting will be a black DLC, and that'll look pretty nice on this knife. You can see there again, Jack Wolf, S90V. Next, let's take a look at the Midnight Jack. This is twill carbon fiber, and it is quite gorgeous. Now, all these carbon fibers, if you get them out in the sunlight, they're just absolutely stunning. Inside here, you're not going to capture what they really look like. Nice half stop. Very nice pull. Watch how it goes into the half stop. See how much it shakes the whole knife? It is very nice. Great snap closed, and just like all of them, they're dead center. If you haven't seen them, see, dead center, dead center. Fit and finish on all of them is absolute perfection, which you would expect at the price point. It's titanium bolsters. This has the look of a Barlow, and you have your lamb's foot blade, which is an excellent blade for work. Again, S90V and Jack Wolf. Next, let's take a look at the Vampire Jack. This is in Fat Carbon Nebula, which is a pretty awesome carbon fiber. It's red, white, and blue, so it's our country's colors. I really like this one a lot. There you can get a little bit better look at it. You can see a little bit of the reflection in the light. But like I said, the light inside the room does not do this stuff justice. You have to take it outside in the sunlight. Very nice in the half stop. Good strong pull, nice snap all the way open. Again, perfect fit and finish. This one is a spear point. Randy over at Randy's WSG, who sadly has passed away, never had a Jack Wolf knife in his hand. So I sent him this one and I let him, play with it and do a review on it. And when he sent it back to me, he sent it back with this slip that he made. Isn't that just beautiful? He thought that this might be a little bit too dark, or set a little bit too dark of a mood. I told him it's just perfect. It's blood red with the skulls and the stamps on here, because this, after all, is a Vampire Jack. And this is a very fitting slip for it. So these two will always stay paired together. Very nice closing. That fits right in there. Next, let's move on to the Venom Jack. Another stunning knife. I just love the way Jack Wolf does their carbon fiber. It's just gorgeous. Every single one that I have is amazing. And like I said, you really have to take them outside. This one is a Wharncliffe style blade. Stone washed. Still S90V. Still titanium bolsters, with the triple flutes and the double on the back. Give you a look around the knife. Again, just like all of them, absolute perfection. Very nice into the half stop. Next, we have the Little Bro Jack. And just like this Vampire Jack, it's the same carbon fiber. It's the Fat Carbon Nebula. Again, we'll give you a look around the knife. It's one thing I can say about these. They're very boringly exactly the same, and that is perfect. Just utter perfection. Very nice in the stops. This is a little bit smaller knife, but it is just a great little knife to drop in your pocket, especially if you're carrying a modern knife or an EDC fixed blade. This is just a great knife to carry along with it, to have a nice modern slip joint in your pocket. And I like to carry contrasting blade styles. For example, I'll carry a modern knife with a Tanto and then a slip joint that has belly to it. So I have multiple different blade styles for accomplishing different tasks. And that's just a beautiful clip point too. Look at that. You see the grind lines on this one, the satin finish. Just absolutely beautiful. Again, S90V, Jack Wolf. Back in the half stop and then closed. Now we'll look at its big brother, the Big Bro Jack. This carbon fiber is called Fat Carbon Black Dunes. This one also is a clip point. Again, a beautiful clip point. Same type of finish as the Little Bro. You can see the grind lines for the satin finish. S90V, Jack Wolf. This one looks more like a Barlow. It's got a Barlow style handle, and you have the long bolster with the triple flutes on it. Again, we'll look around the knife. As in all of them, perfectly flush, all the way open, perfectly flush in the half stop, and perfectly flush all the way closed. And of course, perfectly centered. And last, let's take a look at the fixed EDC. This specifically is called the Midnight Fixed EDC. It's in blue abalone, which I just love abalone. We get that lamb's foot blade, Jack Wolf on one side, S90V on the other. But just check out that handle material. I move it around a little bit. Isn't that just beautiful how it reflects in the light? Abalone is one of my favorite handle materials. I just love the way it looks. And blue is my favorite color, and these have a lot of blue in them. Very thinly ground. Now, one thing, it's not a 4-finger knife. It's really a 3-finger knife. And I've never really been all that fond of fixed blades that I can't get a full 4-finger grip on it. But it's not bad. It's great for small tasks. I got this one specifically because I knew it would be perfect, and I love abalone. So just be aware, it's actually a small knife. If we compare it with the Midnight Jack, you can see it's smaller than the Midnight Jack when it's open. The blade's a little shorter, and the handle is definitely shorter. Where this one is a full 4-finger grip, that's 3-finger. But if you like a 3-finger fixed blade, or you don't mind carrying a 3-finger fixed blade, this is a really good option. They make these in several different handle materials. And the leather sheath is pretty good. You could carry this on either side because you could put the knife in here either way. It'll work ambidextrous. So it's pretty lightweight, and it makes a nice package. So if I clip that on the outside of my pocket, I would put the blade in this way, and that's set up for right front pocket carry. So those are my Jack Wolf knives. These are all the ones in my collection. I've bought and sold quite a few of them to end up with this specific selection. This is the selection of different blade styles and different handle materials that I really like from Jack Wolf. Some of the other ones I don't care for as much, which is all personal preference. You may like some of the other ones better and not like some of these. But these are my choices from the ones that he has put out so far. And these, to me, are the best of the Jack Wolf releases to date. That's going to be it for today. We'll see you on the next one, and we'll come back next week sometime and show you how that pocket clip works out.